Boom! Just like that, we are back. Guys, today we're checking out a fan game called Wild Clickers, and they want to know why it's failing. Now, I have a sneaking suspicion pretty much any clicker game fails because they cannot live up to the current best clicker games. If you want to make a game that is most of the time easy, like clicker games, you can't make them just a normal clicker. Anyways, we're going to hop into it, see what's going on with it, and see why we think it's failing. And if we get to the bottom of it rather quickly, I got plenty of other games you guys want me to check out and let you know why they're failing. But let's hop in to Wild Clickers. Okay, so it looks like their loading screen, I don't know if this was on purpose or not, but I would imagine this is not how the loading screen is supposed to look. It's okay though. Loading screens is no big deal, whether that's, you know, because they look good or bad. That's not going to make your game fail. I do like up here, join Gaming Legends group for a free pet. Yeah, that's cool. Self-plug, definitely plug. That's nice. And the map, yo, the map actually looks pretty good. So we're going to hop into this. One thing I want to say is I love when games do this. They have little emojis up on the leader stats, and not a lot of games do it, but I just think it's like a nice little touch because not a lot of games do it. Now, if we don't look at the map and we look at just the UI, this looks like a very, very basic clicker, like when they first came out. You click here as clicks. Ah, that's another thing. There's nothing that happens. The button doesn't move. Clicks don't come out of your head. Nothing pops up on screen. So that itself is kind of bogus. And then here would be a Game Pass, an auto clicker, which, you know, of course, OP auto clicker. Anyways, really, I don't really have to jump too far into this. I think the build looks awesome, by the way. So I do want to say that. I'm not just completely hating on this game. I think the build looks great and definitely has potential, but there's nothing special about the gameplay. And I think gameplay is way more important than a build as well. You could have a base plate, and if you had a good, like, wow. If you just had a base plate with a really fun thing that has to do with scripting, maybe like a superpower fighting each other, like all the animations and stuff, I think the game would do better than if you had a good map and not really great scripting. I would say this, only reason I think this game is failing, man, there's nothing special to it, and I don't say that to be mean, but there's no input. Like, I can click, and cool, I see him going up here, but we just need more visual effects and, like, something to keep our attention. Games like Pet Simulator X, how coins kind of pop out as you're destroying chests and all that stuff, particles, anything you could do to make the game feel more alive. Because right now, yo, it looks great, looks good, but it's just, there's nothing satisfying about this. Let's hop into the next game. We do have quite a few clicker games on the list, so we're just going to try to run through some of these in this video. Keep it on the topic. Here we have Clicking Simulator X, probably the same thing. This game did get 5,000, almost 6,000 visits, which is pretty cool. Let's check it out and see why we think it, you know, stopped. This thumbnail, or the game icon, does not look that great. Let me just say that. And it's not winter anymore. Well, I guess we're just now leaving winter. Welcome to Clicking Simulator X. All right, cool. So we have a linear zone layout, and, okay. So right away, pretty much the same thing. So I'd say the other map, like if I were to pick one of these to play, this one or the last one, it would definitely be the last one. This one, it is used a bunch of asset packs, which is not a bad thing, but there's just nothing special for a new player to look at. Like, we've seen all these assets before. And, at least in this game, you have something popping up on screen. So that's very good. At least we have some sort of input. The UI is very flat, and it does bounce. That's good. Definitely good. So you did some things right, but I would say the reason that it's failing is just the basic clicker game. We have clicker games out now where so much is happening. I know one of them is absolutely blowing up right now, and I haven't even played it. You know what? Let me go check that out. And then we could see the difference between one like this and the last one versus one that's actually succeeding. So right here we have a game called Clicker Simulator, and it currently has 32,000 active players and 196 million visits, guys. Let's see why this game succeeds compared to the average clicker game. First off, this game art, very nice. Hopping into the game, we do get greeted by quite a bit of stuff. As you can see, first off, Is this still loading? Okay, I was about to say, this map is yikes, but it looks better as we get in here. So, first things first, guys. Right when we join the game, we could collect an award. We have tons of stuff happening on our screen. For example, this sun rays effect behind the button. Also, look at this. Each time you click a button, look at the mouse. A bunch of, like, clicks pop out of it. Very cool, and they pop up on your screen, and they come out of your character. So as you can see, so much is happening. Is this made by the same people that made Ninja Legends? Like, it seems very... Let me check. No, it's not, but so much is happening, and this is super important. Are these this guy's pets? Wow, the pets are insane in this game. I even have a cat. So you're already starting off with a pet, which is super cool. You do have people waving, you have particles everywhere, and you have very cool models. Look at these things, man. These look like the leaderboard pets, which is super sick. Let's check out these guys. All right, looks like those are the leaderboard players, but if we look around at this game, there's just so much happening, and it's so inviting. The map is not too complex, but there's so much happening. Oh, gameplay is kind of similar to Ninja Legends as well. Yo, all right, so that's something they did. They took a concept that was working, and they just improved on it wherever they thought it needed improved upon. But yeah, just look at everything that's happening. I jump into a flip. When I land, there's smoke coming out. When I'm flipping, there's like things coming out of my hands. Just so many effects, guys. And I think that's the most important thing to games these days. Having particles or beams, any sort of effects wherever you can have them. And of course, sound effects, I think, are super important as well. So the only reason those two clicker games we looked at beforehand are failing is because they're not as good as one that's succeeding. If you want to copy a game, you have to make it better than the current competition. Let's squeeze the last clicker game on the list into this video as well. It's called Pet Clicking Simulator, and it's got 100 visits. First things first, when you have a title and then an icon and the logo does not match the game title, it does make it seem like you stole this this thumbnail. And if the map doesn't really match this thumbnail, then I guess we'll know that you took it. And odds are, if you stole the thumbnail, you weren't too serious about development. But we're gonna check it out. Your game icon, pretty standard for this kind of thing. Okay, it is the map in the thumbnail, so he didn't steal it. He just has like the wrong logo, I guess. Now, first things first, I want to hop in here and say, why does the coin have a G on it? Like, nothing is called G, you know? Oh, and you actually have a couple players as well, which is super good. OMG, star code. You star code Intel, please? No. Anyways, let's see. So you do have some effects, which is always nice. You have particles around the map. This cool globe spinning, really cool. And it looks like overall a pretty decent game, especially if it's one of your first ones. But kind of the same as others, you have that one that's completely popping off right now. The one that we just played. And compared to that, if you just look around, compared to that, it's just, why would somebody choose this one over that one, you know? However, I think out of the three that we've looked at today, on the failing terms, not the super dope one we saw, I think this is the best one. You have world boosts and everything that the normal clickers had about 1 or 2 years ago when they were actually popping off. But the only reason I think this one's not doing as good as it can is simply because there is a better one that people can play at the moment. And I think that's all I really have to say about it. So building-wise, the first one we looked at was my favorite one. I believe it was the first one. It might have been the second one. The one I was like, oh, that's nice. I don't remember. But that's my favorite building-wise. Scripting-wise, I think this one. Like as the effects that happen and like the UI and like, I think this is my favorite one for scripting-wise. So if you all just teamed up, mashed up this one. Bro, what are you wearing? Bro, what are you... Oh, okay. I don't... All right, I'm gonna go this way. Anyways, guys, I do think that is gonna wrap up today's video. If you did enjoy and you want to see more content like this, please make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Have a great day. Later.